Every meeting that changes a life begins with a moment, an instant of instinct. Before a word is spoken, perception is already sculpted like clay. In business, that fragment of time can define destiny, because humans instinctively evaluate value, confidence, and competence in seconds. The stakes have never been higher. First impressions are not chance, they are strategy disguised as spontaneity. When you enter a boardroom, investors and partners unconsciously measure posture, tone, attire, and energy. Neuroscience reveals that within 7 seconds, minds form emotional judgments that endure far longer than facts. Impression becomes currency. Perception capital is as real as financial capital. In the economy of influence, trust is the most expensive commodity. Those who understand this psychology engineer experiences that communicate authority, warmth, and vision simultaneously. True leaders invest in perception with the same rigor they invest in equity portfolios. The brain is a relentless storyteller. When people first see you, their minds compose entire narratives about competence and ethics based purely on subtle cues, eye contact, grooming, synchronization of gestures. Those micro-details silently shout your corporate brand before your mouth opens. Every high-stakes negotiation, the room remains silent for the first few seconds, but energy talks loudly. Firm confidence transmits calm power, a vibration that eases others' uncertainties. Mastering that invisible language determines whether a room leans in or pulls away. Behavioral economists describe this as thin slicing, the brain's ability to draw broad conclusions from minimal data. In business, thin slices get priced into your reputation faster than revenue sheets. So every hand movement or vocal pause compounds interest in your favor, or against it. Your physical presence is a statement of brand equity. A clean-cut silhouette, refined materials, and balanced color psychology evoke precision and self-respect. When style reflects strategy, clients receive an unconscious memo: the person in front of them values excellence. Beyond appearance, vocal cadence architects perception. A measured pace demonstrates thoughtfulness, erratic tone suggests uncertainty. The finest communicators in finance know the rhythm of trust. Each pause, each deliberate word, accumulates psychological interest. Even temperature matters. Cool hands, calm tone, and warm eye contact synchronize emotional rapport. When physiology aligns with confidence, first impressions become emotionally adhesive. People remember the feeling they had in your presence much longer than your final words. Research by Princeton psychologists confirms that judgments of competence form in less than a blink. Every CEO, investor, or entrepreneur lives within that blink. To win that blink means conditioning every sensory element, sound, texture, movement, to echo excellence. First impressions do not simply influence, they anchor future interpretation. Once the mind labels someone as trustworthy, every subsequent action is seen through that lens. That is why exceptional leaders obsess over the first 2 minutes of every encounter. Confidence, not arrogance, is the currency of that moment. People can sense the difference instantly. The humble confidence of mastery attracts alliances, arrogance erects invisible walls. The subtle art lies in embodying certainty over superiority. In the psychology of wealth, predictability equals comfort. When people sense consistency in demeanor and decisions, it mirrors financial stability. That emotional correlation explains why calm communicators often close the largest deals. They simulate the serenity of sustainable value. Body language financializes emotion. Open shoulders translate to transparency, steady gaze to security. Every gesture deposits or withdraws trust from an invisible account you share with others. Those fluent in this kinesic economy dominate negotiation tables worldwide. In digital environments, Zoom meetings, investor calls, the physics change but the psychology persists. Lighting, background order, and micro-expressions on screen carry the same magnetism or repulsion. The successful executive crafts their virtual aura as meticulously as their in-person handshake. Authenticity remains the keystone of resonance. Audiences quickly detect scripted personas, genuine intent transcends. The best impressionists in business are rarely acting, they are simply amplifying their most grounded truths. Trust is felt in the heartbeat, not just the handshake. Neuroscientific studies show oxytocin, the trust hormone, rises when people perceive sincerity. Wisdom begins when leaders understand that emotional chemistry is corporate currency. Consider the first email or introductory deck, it too carries tone. Visual clarity, word precision, and emotional temperature determine response rate. Subtle psychological design, white space, color harmony, and concise storytelling, evokes confidence before analytics ever load. Culture and context modify first impressions but never nullify them. A confident nod in New York or a respectful pause in Tokyo both signal mastery of situational intelligence. The elite professional speaks psychological fluency across borders. Emotion drives memory, memory drives loyalty. The immersive first encounter awakens aspirational emotion, people remember who made them feel capable, secure, inspired. That's why intentional first impressions hold compounding interest like well-managed wealth. For entrepreneurs, product packaging or website design performs the same psychological handshake. Texture, color, and typography communicate ethos before content does. Attention to microaesthetics separates luxury brands from forgettable ventures. In leadership transitions, teams assess authority instantly. A new executive walking into silence is appraised through posture, gaze stability, and breathing rhythm. Before trust is granted, the psyche asks a silent question: can this person carry our future? Carrying oneself with calm precision in chaos signals competence. Investors gravitate to those who radiate certainty amid uncertainty. In essence, composure is emotional leadership, and first impressions are where composure is most visible. Wealth itself has a rhythm, and first impressions align with rhythm. Slow, deliberate movement conveys abundance of time, the ultimate luxury. Rapid, jittery motion implies scarcity. Successful professionals orchestrate tempo to signal control. Listening remains the most underrated tool of impression. When people feel genuinely heard, they equate that attentiveness with intelligence and respect. Silence, when intentional, becomes strategic charisma. Human mirroring behaviors reinforce similarity bias, subtle mimicry of tone and phrasing builds rapport subconsciously. High-performing sales leaders practice this art naturally, turning prospects into partners through synchronized microbehaviors. Color psychology plays quietly but powerfully. Navy conveys trust, charcoal signals sophistication, white space projects transparency. The visual palette you wear in present constructs an emotional signature impossible to ignore. Scent, often overlooked, primes memory and mood. Discrete fragrance elements in office spaces boost perceived professionalism. Multisensory coherence fortifies the mental impression that everything connected to you operates above ordinary. Timing also anchors perception. Arriving early communicates respect and discipline, arriving late signals entropy. Time management is invisible branding material, it manifests reliability before any contract is signed. Strategic storytelling during introductions extends the initial impression into narrative. Framing your journey with humility and clear purpose transforms attention into admiration. People value stories they can invest emotion in. Digital profiles now serve as pre-impressions. LinkedIn layouts, biography lines, and profile photography project authority. In the age of data, image becomes both your digital portfolio and psychological handshake. Recovery from a failed first impression requires disproportionate effort. The brain resists revision once emotional tagging occurs. Thus, prevention through awareness always yields higher returns than repair through explanation. Elite negotiators use silence strategically after introductions, letting perception settle. That pause, infused with confidence, tells others they are in the presence of control. Silence becomes the punctuation of power. Companies themselves generate first impressions almost identically to individuals. Office architecture, employee demeanor, and customer touchpoints all signal brand psychology. Culture becomes visible in every interaction window. To master first impressions is to master psychological equity. Every encounter either builds or depletes the unseen account of credibility. Those who treat each moment like compounding capital perpetually rise toward elite influence. In truth, impressions are not about perfection, they are about intentional energy. People who exude purpose magnetize opportunity. Authentic presence becomes the most profitable investment one can ever master. The psychology of first impressions in business teaches us this: wealth, influence, and trust all grow from a single human exchange. Sharpen perception, nurture authenticity, and treat every eye contact as a beginning, not a transaction.